Hello and welcome to Dingoes Ate My Podcast. I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
I'm Justin.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm very sure.
Okay. This week we're discussing the episode Checkpoint. This episode originally aired January 23rd, 2001, attracting a total viewership of 5 million people. So a little up from last week.
Well, it's discussing about the glory thing, so I'm not too surprised.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have had any way of knowing.
Oh.
Because, the best you would have got was a little blurb in, TV Guide. Or an ad.
Occasionally works, but nah, that time.
In this episode, the Scooby Gang gather at Buffy's house to discuss the Council's plans to come to Sunnydale, which Buffy isn't terribly happy about.
Yeah.
She recalls that her previous 2 experiences with the Council put her life in serious danger, and wishes that they would give her the information she needs without making the trip to Sunnydale.
Why is it that they always have to make it some sort of challenge? Why can't they just simply come up and be like, oh hey, here's all this info you need, hopefully it helps?
Then we wouldn't have we would have too simple of an episode.
I suppose. But sometimes you just gotta question why. Why all the semantics?
I love Willow's, technically one time they tried to kill you, they did think you were Faith. That's supposed to make it better.
Yeah, but Faith is also a Slayer.
Well,
we haven't seen Faith in a while.
Yeah, there were the issues and somewhat with Faith,
But hey, at least Faith was brought up.
Yeah, we haven't seen her in a while, though.
It's hey, the show didn't forget.
No, they sure didn't. Anyway.
Can't wait for her return.
Glory is at her place, panting, sweating, and in obvious pain. Dreg and another one of her minions rush into the room to her aid, bringing along with them a hysterical mailman. They carry her to the crying man and help her put her fingers into his temples and drain away all of his sanity. Or at least I think that's what they're doing.
It must have been a wonderful drink because she's supposedly drinking some sort of thing out of him.
Feed on him.
She gets up, refreshed, and the disoriented mailman wanders away. The other demon warns her that she now has even less time to use the key, but Glory isn't worried. She explains that if Buffy is the only obstacle between her and the key, she won't need much time at all. Quentin Travers and a team of watchers arrive at the magic box. They disrupt the business, sending paying customers home, and criticize Giles' handling of merchandise. Anya's very dismayed that they send away paying customers.
Yeah.
They announce that the magic box will be closed for the duration of the Council's stay in Sunnydale. Giles is frustrated and takes an antagonistic position, and then learns the Council's plans on conducting an extensive review of Buffy, her methods, skills, and abilities. Quentin announces that they have information on Glory, but won't reveal it until Buffy's skills have been comprehensively tested and she proves she can handle the information. In Buffy's history class, the teacher's discussing how Rasputin was considered nearly impossible to kill. I'm sure this won't be important later. Buffy challenges the professor to look at history from a different angle, but he shoots her ideas down with a scathing criticism and sarcasm, embarrassing her in front of the entire class. And his ass would be fired after that, but That night, Buffy complains about her class to a vampire she's fighting until she is thrown off balance. Spike suddenly appears, flying over a tombstone to tackle and stake the vampire. He expects gratitude from her, but Buffy tells him he's getting in her way. The two then verbally attack each other.
It's about the only one thing that Spike is good with when he's around Buffy.
Yes. So Jinx, which is the name of the other minion,
Okay.
confronts Ben at the hospital and relays a message from Glory, who wants Ben's assistance in gathering useful information about the Slayer. He accidentally lets slip that the key is a human. Before Jinx can run and tell Glory, Ben beats up the demon. Quentin informs Buffy and Giles that she must pass the review or he will shut down the shop and deport Giles. Buffy and Giles realize that they must cooperate with the Council, which is powerful enough to carry out all of its threats. Buffy worries that she may fail, placing everyone in even greater danger. Council members interview the rest of the Scooby Gang, including Spike. Why did they go to interview Spike?
Did they seriously
Did Spike volunteer for this?
Hey, I did a thesis on you. I have a fan, I guess.
Oh, God. Spike has a fan girl.
For information about the Slayer, Lydia interviews Spike, and she reveals that she wrote her thesis on him. With the exception of Spike, who declares her to be slipping because she can't keep a man, they all try not to incriminate Buffy in any way, and each tries to justify his or her usefulness to her without making it sound like Buffy actually needs help, of course. In the training room, Buffy is blindfolded and her fighting skills are tested against one of the council members, but she doesn't do terribly well.
Yeah, no.
She killed the dummy.
Yeah. Almost killed the other person that was behind it, too.
Upon returning home, Buffy finds Glory in her living room. After Dawn sees her and departs, Glory openly threatens to kill Buffy's loved ones and friends and force her to watch as she does so. Visibly disturbed, Buffy takes Dawn and Joyce to Spike for protection. Although Spike initially protests the sudden increase of manly responsibilities, he progresses to look after them after a moment's weakness. Spike and Joyce discover their shared addiction to Passions and sit down to watch it together.
Dawn is not abused.
That was probably the best moment of this episode.
So good. I just love you like Passions?
Alright, let's watch, okay.
Do you think he's dead? Oh, no. It's most likely some sort of turn thing.
It's so good. I love that Spike is just, addicted to, crappy daytime TV. It's so good.
Crappy daytime soap opera TV.
Well, I think Passions actually was an evening show, but either way.
Yeah.
On her way to the shop to meet with the council for a comprehensive review of her plans and strategies, several well-armed men wearing medieval fighting gear attack Buffy. Buffy takes them out and discovers from the last conscious one that they are the Knights of Byzantium and are in town to destroy the key. They consider her their enemy because she protects the key. Buffy returns to the shop and informs Quentin that she is not going to be dealing with the review anymore. She now knows that she holds power against both Glory and the Council because they both need something from her. Glory needs to know where the key is, and the Council needs her to make their jobs meaningful. She delivers an authoritative speech justifying the participation of each of her friends and demands that Giles be reinstated as her watcher, receiving retroactive pay from his months after dismissal.
Yes.
She finally instructs the council to give her all the information that she needs. Quentin reluctantly agrees to her terms. He then informs Buffy that Glory isn't a demon. She's a god.
So, this is a Persona plot. Or Shin Megami Tensei plot. Because there's demons and gods that you fight tonight.
Fudge.
Don't bring up that nonsense.
Well, this is nothing new to me, but cool. Fighting gods now.
Yes. So, international titles in French, The Inspection, and in German, The Watchers Council. They're not terribly good this time.
Yeah, no.
For music, it is just the original score. So, what did you all think of this episode?
Oh man, all the particular things, but right near the end of it, it's just Buffy laying down the law. Laying down that law.
Yeah, she basically tells the council you can fuck off and die. Tell me what I want to know or fuck off and die.
No, which pretty much happens if they don't bother giving her the information. Because if she doesn't, then, well, she got fucked.
Wouldn't everyone kind of be fucked if they, didn't give the information?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Glory is literally a pissed off god.
Yeah. So, it's they kind of need to know this information in case, the world ends.
That's not going to look good on their resume.
Yeah.
Allowed the world to end in a fiery heap.
Whoopsie.
Oh. Anyway. So, we now know that they are fighting a god.
Perfect.
Which is a bit of a step up in terms of escalation. So we've continually kind of escalated the threat.
Yeah.
How do we escalate it after a god? Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
A different god.
No, season 6 will be a much more personal threat.
Ah.
Gotcha.
Because sure, there are outer threats and whatnot, but how can you deal with an enemy inside your mind? And or other particular things.
Inside your circle of friends or something, maybe?
Yeah.
Or something. Anyway, we should probably talk a little bit more about this episode. So, Glory gets to feed in this, which is always fun, because I love the finger thing. It's just a cool little thing.
And thus, there is another crazy person that the medical guy needs to deal with.
Yes, Ben has another issue to take care of.
Well, as it sort of sits, he's tired of dealing with the Glory issue from the sounds of it. I wonder what brought this supposed change on.
Yes. Now, Justin, you did mention how they brought up Faith. This will be the last time Faith is mentioned until season 7.
I'm sad.
At least on Buffy. On Angel, she would be a more important character.
Oh,
Oh, man.
I see. So basically she left here to go to Angel or something.
Well, she would do guest spots on Angel.
Oh, okay.
I think the actress was doing a different show at the time. I want to say she was... Oh, no, that would have been later. I was going to say True Calling, but I think that came a couple of years later. Let me just quickly Google True Calling. 2003, so yeah, that wouldn't have happened yet. Anyway, do either of you have any questions about where we might be headed in the next little while?
Well, as it's gonna sit, we're gonna get things together to take down a god.
Well, I mean, you gotta plan ahead. How do you take down a god?
There are a multitude of different ways. You could just be like, I don't believe in your beliefs! Or do the other particular things of the stuff. Who knows, maybe they could do as they did within Buffy's house and just have a simple discussion.
Or the power of friendship and bonds. They'll take down a god. I mean, maybe. I don't know. That's the Persona thing to do.
That and they kind of already did that with the whole last season fighting against Adam.
Or, maybe self-sacrifice.
That is an option too, and that wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
There might have to be a sacrifice made. Anyway, next week we'll be talking about the episode Blood Ties. Sounds fun, doesn't it?
Oh well, it's a question of this particular thing that isn't the blood type, but technically is, but it's not. It's just gonna be
They
great.
could also call this episode Family, but they want to have blood in the title, so...
Because it's Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Monster of the Week sort of show, having to move her down.
So, in this episode, Dawn makes a profound discovery about herself and her origin. Also, we get a reveal about Ben and Glory.
So, amazingness.
What?
I don't know, exposition. I don't know what this is.
Some important stuff will happen.
Oh man, the important stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
important stuff will happen with the exposition being revealed to Dawn.
And to the audience, there's something important about Glory and Ben that will be revealed.
Neat.
Because now we know that she's a god, but then there's the whole case with Ben. Is just the case of the
Yeah, I don't exactly know how Ben is related to Glory, other than that he cleans up her messes right now.
Yeah. You're either going to really like this, Justin, or you're really going to hate it.
Okay.
Because it is kind of going to be a little bit JRPG.
If it's JRPG, I don't mind that sort of thing. I'm used to that kind of cliche.
It kind of... It's a little bit insane,
Okay.
but it's good insane.
Okay.
We might have to question that.
Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this week. If neither of you have any questions for me, I'm going to assume that means no. Alright, so until next time, I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.